The reason the board is up here was my request. You know, I get accolades from people, you know, Jim Dubel does this stuff, Jim Dubel. I'm a quarterback of a team. And without my blockers and my running backs and my defense and all, the Hands, the Tarantinos, Sanudas, Landy, DeMarcos, my lovely wife Babs, Bill Henry, the guys at the sound booth, everybody that puts this thing together, our inner circle. Without them, New Beginnings doesn't happen. So I want to thank you for all your help. Thank you, guys. No. You may leave now, Jay. This is my 20 minutes, buddy. And Bill's got the clock going. It might be 18 minutes. Got 18 minutes. Hey, what am I going to talk about? How about chiropractic? You know, we started this thing between the East and the West. There's this crazy guy out there on the West Coast, Billy DeMoss, got a little underground movement, you know, and he thinks he knows chiropractic philosophy. I'll give him a little bit. We'll see what he can do tonight. But DeMoss has this crazy rock and roll stuff, and he's one of these guys that's got high energy. And we put this stuff on the internet. And I see this one guy says, "Oh my God, you guys shouldn't be arguing about this." And, you know, Billy and I got together. I sent it over to Brad Glowicki, and everybody knew what we were trying to do. It was a marketing thing, you know, East-West, chiropractic, get people excited, get them back into the movement. And these knuckleheads are thinking that we're going to come up here and have a fist fight. I would kick his butt in a fist fight. I couldn't catch him. Listen. You see how fit he is, right? If I catch him and sit on him, it's over. So, this has been so good to see the crowd start coming in. Liam said something just now. He said, boy, one person you bring, what will this room be like in October? See, here's the vision. I remember about 2 or 3 years ago, we had a small little section of this, and we had 100 people in there. We were all excited talking chiropractic. And I got up and I said to the board, I said, God, I want to see 2 rooms full. And then lo and behold, 2 rooms full. Now the vision is 3 rooms, and it's going to be October. 3 rooms, I want to see 1,000 chiropractors in here with their wives and their spouses and all. And together is how we're going to do it. If you look at our speakers, I'm going through the program, and I'm humbled and honored to speak on the same platform with these guys. There's people here, like I said, from the West Coast, Glowicki and DeMoss and them. We got Dukowitz coming from the Midwest. We got Chuck Ribley here, Hank Cousineau from Michigan. Guys, they're starting to see people. They're starting to see what we have here. They've been looking, and they've been praying to God to give them a leader, to give them a movement, to give them something to adhere to become part of. And we've finally done it. New Beginnings, yeah, sure, we're a flash in the pan. 20 years, 25, 30 years doing this stuff. Finally, we're coming up here. You know who we're seeing? We're seeing all these other groups that are coming around, and they're coming here to look. Look at this, colleges. We got Life University. We got Parker. We've got Sherman. We had Palmer call, wanted to know what's going on. Can they squeeze in? We only do it 3 times a year. We got 3 colleges already. We may have to add a 4th one just to get Palmer. Why not? Because we've got something. We've got something that was started 115 years ago, that we drew a line in the sand at New Beginnings and said, we're going to adhere to, protect, and perpetuate principled chiropractic. We're going to do something that nobody else wants to do back in the 80s and 90s because they want to make money, they want to fill their pockets in 2000, they want to be insurance, real doctors, wear those lab coats and walk around and be jackasses all day. We said, no, we're going to stay the same way. We're going to adhere to those principles. I often wake up in the middle of the night and I'm thinking, how many of those guys in the historical pictures gave up their time, gave up their family, and some gave up their lives to adhere to these principles of chiropractic? When something was so important, if you were in the Wild West, and there was something going on, and a guy came and tried to take your farm, you had to go in there and get the guns, or put them on. The gunslingers put them on. And they went out there and they said, man to man, mano y mano. We're going. Only one was coming back. Well, you know what, guys? It's time. It's time right here, this weekend, today at New Beginnings. One-on-one, us against them. This is our time. Chiropractic has just risen to the top. They're looking for this stuff, what we have, this innate intelligence. You go on TV and they're talking about it. All these great guys are writing books, and I'm not going to mention all the names of these medical doctors and all that are doing it. They're talking vitalism. They're talking all these new things in healthcare. What's changed in chiropractic in 115 years? Not one doggone thing. It's the same as it always was. Same as it always was. You move a bone off of a nerve, and you're allowing the spirit inside those people, God himself, rising up so that they can heal up. When are you going to understand what a miracle this stuff is? The farmers understand out there in the fields of Iowa, they'd plant corn, and they'd stand back, and the rain would come at just the right time. The sun would be up, and everything would change, and that exact amount of moisture with the warmth of the sun would germinate a seed. The seed could lay dormant on their shelf, dormant, for months at a time, maybe years. And then when everything is just right, when Innate is just perfect, out comes that seedling. And that seedling, if it's a corn stalk, comes up as a seedling, it starts getting stronger because it's getting all the natural things that it needs, the light and the sun and the water. And as it grows, it's stronger and bigger, and what does it give off? More corn seeds that can be planted again, that can propagate its species. Yet we work with this same subtle substance, this thing we call innate intelligence, the same thing that's in that seed, that miracle, that magic that Chuck Ribby calls it. We work with that. And what do we tell people? Come back when you need it. Come back when you need it. Guys, don't you understand what you have in your hands that God has given us? The power to move a bone back into place so that health and innate intelligence can rise up inside you, outside. You can change the world one person at a time every day. Every day you're given that opportunity. Yet we're trying to rub them with crap and fill them full of other vaccinations and cut pieces out of that beautiful body. Do you ever watch beautiful Rolex watch? You take it in and you say, listen, it's not running right. The second hand's not going around. Take that off. Throw it away. Who in their right mind would do that? Why would you take something out of your body? A body that is so perfect. When I see these little babies in the back, oh my goodness, my heart is just full. They're running around. I got tears in my eyes. I'm welling up because I see the future, our future, the future of chiropractic. I want to be sure that those babies have a chiropractor to go to, not some guy that's going to rub them and scrub them and put all kinds of crap on them and feed them stuff. What a gift. What an absolute gift in chiropractic. I was talking one time to a group of people before they had this New Mexico thing. And they were just talking about it, and they said, well, Dubel, they're going to, the thing of the future, like the osteopaths, chiropractic has to go that way. Because all we're going to offer is, maybe some antibiotics and, some major, no narcotics. We don't need to do narcotics as chiropractors, but just think of how many people we can get more people in. We can help more people. And I looked at this ass and I said, we're going to help more people. Why don't you start adjusting 100 people a day? See what it's like to sweat and be tired at the end of the day where your back hurts and your hands hurt and your wrists are full of arthritis because you've been serving and serving and serving. He goes, oh, you're an outlaw. He says, you're going to be one of those guys that's out there talking this principle stuff. Well, you know what, guys? I said, then I will be an outlaw. And that's where I got that little nickname, Outlaw Jim. Because I'll stand for this stuff. I want to make sure that Jim Dubel will stand up and fight every day of his life. I will lay my life down for chiropractic. I want to be sure that my grandchildren, God willing, if Palmer ever decides to get married, that they will have a chiropractor that can use his hands to move that bone back to its normal position